Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time of the country where you are watching. Welcome to Erudite Busy Brain Concepts. We are still on the exposition of speech work, that is, how to pronounce the English words correctly, meaning that there is difference between speaking in English and writing in English. So we've discussed quite a number of them, but today we'll be looking at the sound. This is called e. In its orthography, it is called letter E. Remember the five vowel letters that you were taught: a, e, o, u. So this letter E, in its phonics, it is what? E, but not in all English word. So, and we have a lot of English word where this sound feature, depending on the word, and certain letters in different words, this sound feature, that is, it replaces them in certain English words, in certain letters. In some words, you find this letter A sounding E, then we find letter E sounding E. You also find letter EO sounding E. You also find letter EA sounding E. Is that okay? So let us look at some examples. This is what? Any, right? Correct. This is many. The letter A here and the letter A here is this sound. So this sound represents these letters. Then also in the word set, bent, sent, and so on and so forth. Then to this we have, people call this neopard. No, that is not correct. It is called leopard. Leopard. The air here is this. The air here is the schwa. That is vowel number 12 in English. Then to this we also have bread, dead, and so on and so forth. So look at what you pronounce. This is the spelling, this is pronunciation. The pronunciation to this is this: many. Then this is set, direct. Then this is bent. This is sent. Then this is leopard. Look at it here, leopard. This is vowel number 12. Then this is bread, just as you pronounce it, bread.